Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of the Rad Labs. This episode number 4 is coming to you straight from our stream where we built a deck with our viewers. This is going to be our first deck that's not focused on the new Commander from Historic Jumpstart, and that's going to be Yarok the Desecrated. I was very excited to build this one, and I found I really enjoy building decks with viewers on stream. So you can always check me out on twitch.tv/BPRadiant. I'm going to work on getting a schedule published for next week. But as always, guys, I hope you enjoy the gameplay. Let's get to it. Alright, so let's quickly go over our deck tech for this one. So we are playing Yarok the Desecrated. He does with a Panharmonicon effect. Whenever a permanent entering battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. So, what this kind of means for the deck is that we wanted to take advantage of a lot of ETB abilities. So a lot of what we have in our top end is going to be extremely strong, and the battlefield effects that we're trying to double. Now we do have a couple things that are recursive threats. So we have Yarok, we of course have Panharmonicon, we have Thassa the Deep Dwelling to take advantage of things as well being indestructible, and we have Spark Double to potentially come in as either Thassa or Yarok as well, or other strong ETB creatures. So the idea here is we've got a lot of recursive threats because people are going to answer Yarok. It's if you've ever put a Yarok deck, you have to keep Yarok off the table or you're going to lose. So we have two sub-themes in the deck. The first is we have a lands matter version, using things like Tatyova, Gitrog Monster, and then we have things like Cavalier Thorns, Our Promise, Zendikar's Royal. Zendikar's Royal is functionally going to act as our Field of the Dead copy number 2, and we're mostly trying to get Field of the Dead or Zendikar's Royal out early enough that we can start just generating massive value with these two twos and try to win that way. That said, we also have a slight elemental sub-theme with things like Risen Reef with Yarok, in addition to our Wave Sifter and Mole Drifter. And Cloud Concealer to give us this nice elemental synergy because they all have an ETB trigger that will be doubled by our abilities. Very happy with how that's gone so far, kind of having this on there. A couple things that I would say are some of the power cards in the deck. The first being Casualties of War is an absolute house, and I recommend you run it in any deck that can fit this color combination. It's been honestly insane. Ulvenwald Hydra as well, being an additional way to bring out our Field of the Dead, getting the double ETB makes him get incredibly big incredibly quickly, and a 6 mana that puts 2 lands in the battlefield has just been pretty great, and he just kind of ramps us to getting farther for more things in the future turns. The last card that I think is incredibly strong in the deck that has really overperformed for me, like I think that this has been really crazy, has been Lannis Cryptozoologist. I did try to make this card work in its own deck, and it just isn't consistent enough. But with getting effectively double clue tokens for each ETB creature off your Yarok or Panharmonicon, this card really can put in some work, and getting to dig through the top 4 for some kind of utility card every turn is really awesome. I've been very happy with this card so far in the deck, and it takes up a very small slot and can block us from some nice 1-power creatures in the early game to ignore some chip damage. Now, another couple cards that I think our removal has to be very flexible. So we do have quite a bit of removal in the deck, and we wanted our removal to basically either exile or deal with multiple card types. So things like Hostage Taker hitting artifacts or creatures, while being ETB. The only other ETBs we have that don't target other things are a Gelatinous Cube and a Ravenous Chupacabra, and that's purely because we're looking to get multiple uses out of them, using our graveyard synergies with things like Muldrotha. However, our things like Maelstrom Pulse, Putrefy, Assassin's Trophy, we do want these to hit multiple targets because we want to be able to be flexible with what we're destroying based on our opponent's deck. Since we're in black-green, we have the option just to destroy permanents, and I think it's important we take advantage of that because certain decks, much like ours, you need to be able to get rid of the Panharmonicon, the Zendikar's Royal, things like that immediately, or they're going to go down. Yeah, that's the deck. And I'm excited to get into the games. I think that we've got a couple of good ones ahead of us. I hope you guys enjoy. Versus Tyvarkel Elves. 3 lands, no green mana to cast Aurora Lotus Cobra. That's going to be a mulligan from me. No green mana again. We're going to 6 with them. This is much better. Much, much better. We'll put the Rex... No. We'll put Nissa. Yeah, we'll put Nissa back. Or land. Might put the Fetid Pools back. We've got 3. We're going to keep. But I want to keep some kind of action. No, I'd rather keep the guaranteed mana base over everything else. So we're going to go ahead and Ice Tunnel our way up. Thinking about going for the Tangled Florahedron so we can try to get the guarantee. What does that really do for us? It doesn't actually do much, so we're just going to get this land out now, because it doesn't let us get a turn 4 play. So we can just keep it for a land if needed for our Tatyova. We're fine with the Planeswalker for right now, since we do have the Casualties of War that will be on its way. Take our hit. Let's see what we get for land here. We will 100% grab that Field of the Dead. Okay. That means we have Reclamation Sage up and ready if he plays anything important. He's going for a 5-minute play. What a interesting... I guess he really wanted to try to draw into some kind of interaction.
Your courage is legendary.
I really would like to get him off of ult if I can. But we'll see. Okay, so we will... Goose. Hedron. Okay. Digging for that 6 land, basically. And this way, theoretically, we have Casualties of War. So we can get a Tyvar, Ramp, and Swamp. And really just set him back to the Stone Age. Okay. No worries. So we are still going for this Casualties. We have the double draw from the Phyrexian Arena. We just need to draw into an untapped land. And we still have a really good option. Okay. Temple's a good shot. I'd like to see him potentially cast something else, but... like an artifact or enchantment, maybe? Okay, so he doesn't necessarily have any big play. So we do get blown out by a Heroic Intervention. But I think we have to go for this play or we lose. So, Planeswalker, land, creature. Do we get blown out? We don't. Okay, cool. So we just set this guy back to 3 cards. We're 1 away from Field of the Dead triggering. We're feeling pretty good right now. He does draw a top deck off the Swamp. Binding probably hits Phyrexian Arena. Yep. So... let's... Rex Sage the Binding away from ramping him. And then we'll Fierce Empath a good... Well, Fierce Empath... I think we're going to go for the Uvenwald Hydra. Okay. We do get the concede on that one. Nice. Game number 1. Thankfully, honestly, really just kind of made the comeback purely due to Casualties of War. Game number 2, we were playing against Vannifar. So Vannifar combo doesn't quite work. So it's probably just going to be Vannifar value. Yeah, we're really happy with this hand, actually. I'm super down. So we can... Goose. Yeah, we'll Goose turn 1 for sure. Then we can Shock Signet Shapers. Really just set a really strong board. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot in hand, but this Uro is really nice. We may want to try to get down. Okay. We're just going to go ahead, rush this bad boy down. A nice turn 3 Yarok seems really good. I love that animation. Love, love, love. Okay. So we could pod into something decent. We're going to go ahead. We're just going to pulse this now. We know this deck is strongest when it gets a chance to actually have Vannifar in play. So keeping Vannifar on removal feels like the play. We have dealt so much damage to ourselves. We want to keep this open because we want to be able to create with the goose. And then that also lets us have more mana for next turn for if he managed to get out Vanifar again. And then we're currently only at 1. That's okay. We have the Shaper Sanctuary, so a lot of his removal options in these colors target. Except for, like, River's Rebuke, basically. Double Arrow looking real spicy right now to be able to help us refill our hand. We'll let him just get in for 2 if he wants it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're gonna Arrow first because that could allow us to actually Solemn. We'll gain a lot of life. Put our lands in the battlefield. We'll go ahead, ramp even harder. So we're gonna grab 2 other Blood on the Snows, it looks like. So we're gonna grab Snowlands for sure. Which means... Okay. Island and Swamp. So we have now 1, 2, 3, 4. So we could always Solemn. Let's get his own arrow. Okay, it does have back to 2 mana. Fortunately, we don't have a lot. So I'm hesitant. I maybe want to let him pod something out, then Blood on the Snow. That's what I'm currently thinking. We'll cast this. We'll hard cast. We still have 4 mana after. And this will let us draw 4 cards. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to go ahead. I don't want to play the Eye of Vecna just yet, but I do want to just, again, hit 2 of his things here and really just send him back. He will get to draw a card. So I probably should have actually done it the other way, but that's fine. Pretty happy about that play, actually. Mole Drifter was really a key card there. So now that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're even happier to Blood on the Snow if we have to for some reason soon. Because it'll let us bring back a lot. Almost a little tough for us to deal with, to be honest. But whenever he targets, we will get something out of it. So let's start here. We're just going to go ahead and double up on that. We'll lose a lot of life, but we've been gaining a lot. Oh, yeah. Okay. So let's get that Risen Reef triggers going. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to go ahead and scoot. Drop a land. Get double Scoot Swarms. Really go wide here. Now I'll go for the Cloudkin Seer to get Risen Reef triggers and Cloudkin triggers, and then potentially Scoot Swarm triggers. We'll see. Yep. We get the... Yeah. We get double on the Scoot Swarm triggers. Perfect. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the ticket. Feeling pretty nice now. We don't necessarily need to Blood on the Snow. We've got Casualties of War as well. Super down to let this draw trigger happen. Nice. Okay. This is going to be a really good turn if we make it to next turn. He will still have a lot of Serpents, but again, whenever he taps down our stuff, and we're going wide, so it's even harder for him to tap down all of our stuff. The Scoot Swarm is actually a really big pickup. We'll go ahead and take action. He will get a Scoot Swarm, but there's no way he's going to be able to keep up the repeatable value. We don't necessarily need to draw, so we're fine. We'll decline here. So let's start Lannis. Lotus Cobra. Investigate, investigate, yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so Tatiova. Gonna go off again. Okay. So we end up going crazy wide there. Wow, that was a lot of value. Like, this is directly of the meme of like slaps the roof. This thing can fit so much value in it. Okay, so I don't want to be that guy. There's a distinct chance this is my list or edited from it. My list had like something like 800 exports, I think. It was pretty high. So there's a chance. I'm gonna definitely keep this. This could be huge. We'll start with the Mirror Lake tapped. Forest and Tome of Legends allows us to have Swamp or Hinterland Harbor. Oh yeah, got the Hour of Promise too. This is looking like it could be pretty spicy, all things considered. Is an enchantment, does allow us to even go harder, so we just need to try to get to that 6 mana mark without losing too much. I'm a little worried. I'll be real with you. Because he's got a really nice lead on us, but... So if he doesn't just kill us next turn, we've got at least to take out the Anax, I think. Actually, we probably target the Neheb, I think. Realistically. With the Binding of the Old Gods. We'll see. Yeah, we target the Neheb, or whatever he casts here. Because we'll get blockers in a minute. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, no. Okay, well, we gotta do this. Start here. He could rush us down. There's still definitely a chance for us to be able to come back in this. Nope. Mono red, rush us down. Yeah, I think this might be my list. That's so cool. Unfortunately, we just didn't have anything to play turns 1 through 3, really, that affected the board. Maybe with a turn 2 Mana Rock, we end up getting the Binding, and then we get a turn 5 Casualties to really blow him out. But the Anax and then just getting to pump him, the Banefire to face was honestly like a really inspired choice, too. Alright, mirror matchup. Great. Tireless Provisioner is nice for the treasure. Yeah, we're gonna try it. This seems like a really fine hand for the mirror matchup. Instantly gets out his own Field of the Dead. Oh no. We'll see. We have our Zendikar roll, which is effectively going to be our Field of the Dead number 2. Front Provisioner here. He's only on blue mana right now, which is at least good. No green. So we don't want to give him any green mana if we can help it. Okay, so... No. Want to make him pick for it. If he's looking for green mana, he'll take the tomb. And that'll let us know it's in his hand a little bit. Okay. So he does need the green mana really badly. Grab treasure. Start this royal going. He's got his fill of the day, we've got ours, right? We'll do the Cavalier next. Hoping that this kind of like gets in there. So he doesn't have anything for this turn. Could kill the Provisioner. That's a problem. Like, that's not a problem anymore. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. Yep. What a top deck, guys. What a top deck. So land, creature, artifacts. Artifact, creature, land. I know you're thinking, why not Field of the Dead? And that's because he clearly has shown that he needs green mana. And so I think just keeping him off of that will be overall stronger for us. Yeah. Rough. Versus a card in the deck, Gonti. No green mana. We have our own Gonti, but we can't keep that. Okay, we'll try this out. Put it untapped. Guess we'll go for the Empath. Really having a hard time drawing mana this game. Let's see here. Grab Uvenvold, I'm thinking. Yeah. Now we can potentially just quickly get out our Field of the Dead and go for the win that way. Gonna try to Cemetery out a Guardian Project. And we can try to just draw into stuff from there. A 5th land would be really nice here, actually. To show some like the land-based synergy we have in our hand. Unfortunate, but happens. What's our opponent gonna pick here? Oh, they really don't want that to come back into play. Okay. We'll take that. Guess we're just gonna sit here waiting for a minute until we get mana. We had our base 3 and we drew 1. We're just gonna take the damage. I'm gonna laugh if like his Gonti put lands in the bottom. And we'll do this, I guess. It's something. We're racing him. He's not doing anything, which I guess I'm okay with. I mean, he's getting so much more mana than us, though. It's a huge problem. I hope he plays some kind of artifact or something to let us play the Rex Sage out. Wow. Wow. Bro. Rude. Okay. That's okay. So we're gonna add blue. We're gonna move to 6 mana. We're gonna make him regret that soonish. Grab Zagoth, Field. And doesn't matter. Okay. So unfortunately he got our agent, which really sucks for us, but we will be able to Uvenvold. We'll put you in front. No. We'll actually take the 4. It's just 4 damage. Okay. We're gonna casualties him here, maybe. That seems like a very interesting timing for that. Because it doesn't feel like it really helps him all that much. Okay, so... we're gonna Uvenwald. Gonna grab... what's his graveyard have? Nothing important. Okay. Command tower, I think? Yeah. On me. We're cool with that. Okay, let him Gontius again. We're really just trying to hit a land. We can land Tatsiova, start getting some value. Could also... cool with that, I guess. Let's see here. Could... we're gonna do this, yeah.
I am Zendikar's one true guardian.
Decline. Because I just realized I made the Field of the Dead the land. Get rid of his Heraldic Presence here. We'll totally double up to block this Gonti, I think. Letting him steal a couple cards versus taking damage at this point. Especially attacks us, because we can go ahead and bring back our Agent of Treachery, maybe? Or we'll probably bring back just Hydra. Interesting kick. Okay. Aw. That's his eat, not ours. Good to know. So you won't really have mana issues, so we're just actually going to take the damage via attacks. Okay, cool. So... want to... Rites of Itlimoc. Grab... Rejuvenator. Thought about waiting on that, but we just need stuff. We need anything. Nice. Okay. Huge, huge amounts of mana now. And we know he doesn't have our Crater Hoof, which is important. Take two. Yeah, it's his Solemn. Because double blocking doesn't do anything but lose us 2 mana. Okay. So... we have 1... 2... get 2 mana. Okay. Let's... black, green... sure. Gitrog. Land, creature, artifact. So, artifact, creature, land. This will trigger Gitrog monster to draw us a card. Well, I have Vecna. And now we started generating a ton of value. And now we're up to, I think, 3. Hey, we can get a 3. We can always wipe the board and get our Lannis back. No worries. We're cool with that. We'll pay the 2. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. We'll... What do we want to do here? We'll Yarok. We'll go ahead and end the turn there. Hold up counter, spell magic. We're cool with that. Gotta be careful of the Eye of Vecna now. We are really low on health. If we can get a land back, which is the plan for the Witness. We'll see. Okay. Take that action. Stomp the card he took from us. Get rid of this and... Ooh. Thomas Witness. One, 2, 3. Okay. Fine with that. We're gonna decline. We don't want to be paying life if we can help it. We're gonna Tatsiova. Play our own Gonti. What up? The mirror matchup. Probably take a land to be completely honest. Yeah. Actually, I lied. We're gonna take this. I should have taken a land, but I want removal. Oh, man. So we're definitely gonna Eye of Vecna now, because we need to hit stuff. It's gonna be a close game. Oh, okay. Not good for us. Not bad for us either, I don't think. He took a Putrefy. Okay. Block. Gonna go for it. Okay, so maybe got Hagar Mauling instant speed. I thought about invoking the Mole Drifter, but I want to try to evoke Yarok. Okay. We are gonna have to deal with that. That's fine. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I could evoke. No, we're gonna take 2. This is a tough one. We can't afford to take that. Four, 5, 6. What did I mess up on? Whoops. Okay. Well, that's a problem, but this is a nice solution here. He could destroy the Yarok. That's what it looks like he's gonna do. He doesn't want us to draw a ton of cards. Ooh. Gonti's actually coming up pretty big for him, getting to just like steal stuff from us. It's letting him effectively have card draw. Okay. He's drawn for removal, or he's trying to. Nice. We get to draw 4 cards, which is huge. Gets potentially out of the stalemate here. Okay. This is nice. The food tokens are going to be huge, actually. He smart takes the goose, yeah. So I don't think we can afford to take 2, so we're actually going to block with a zombie. We're fine with that. We'll start gaining life with our own Yarok. What's he got? We'll put it in hand. Okay. Not great. Oh no. He's putting us down. Okay, so we need to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Yarok. Okay. We need to island, double zombie. 1, 2. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, that Aghanim's Awakening could be huge next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got another blocker. Okay. Okay. What's he got here? So if he has removal, if he has direct damage, we're out. We need to be able to attack with Yarok next turn. Like, we need it bad. Okay. So he's trying to draw into removal. Or into direct damage. Yes! Oh my god, that was so clutch. Wow, that last game was a nail biter. I got so low, and then I misplay, so I can't gain life off of the food, and it spiraled a little bit there. I got very close to feeling really bad about myself. So let's go ahead and check out what we're gonna do. So first of all, what we're gonna do is we're gonna test this on our litmus test, and this is gonna check our win-loss record to see how bright our deck's future is. Now let's go ahead and check and see. Oh, we are brilliant with a 4-1 record. This deck's future is looking bright as hell. Now, I'm personally very excited about this deck. I think that there's always going to be stuff that's going to be adding to this. I really love the lands matter synergy. I love some of the graveyard matter synergy. Like, the deck, if you saw, like in game 2, has this like extremely explosive potential for how it can operate. And I've really had a lot of fun playing this deck. And, you know, even other Yarok decks lists I've based off of, they go more for the creature-based DTBs. I just had a lot of fun with this one. This one was like, it's very fun to pilot. There's a lot of decision making you have to think about ahead of time, but oh man, when it works, it works. Thanks for watching this week. Again, please give me a like, a follow, subscribe. It really kind of helps me out to let me know what's working on the channel. I'm so excited to see what's going to happen next week as we move into more stuff and we finalize the spoilers for the new Innistrad Midnight Hunt series. We'll be working with those commanders, of course, as soon as the set launches. I'll be spending that first weekend getting everything, getting my one of everything in the set through drafting, and we'll go from there. So thanks, guys. Thanks for watching one more time. It means the world to me. I have so much fun doing this. And I hope to try to diversify starting next week what we're going to be doing. I'm hoping to get like 1 or 2 of these out a week, a deck dash, and then maybe one of our more talk show oriented things with either like a set review, top 10 lists. You know, I want to show that this isn't all I'm doing and kind of get some more on there. So again, when we start doing that and diversifying our content a little bit more, please go ahead and let me know in the comments what you like, what you don't like. It's all going to be kind of growing and figuring out what my voice works best with. Well, not my voice. My voice sounds like gravel and awfulness, but my voice is in like what I'm doing. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching, and as always, be radiant.